going terminal. What's up, Aaron? What up, Moon? Hey, you're all caught up on your stuff, right? Yeah. Y'all are caught up on all your content. 'Cause I know today I'm running Luna through her stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too. The raids are a little bit more complicated, probably minus the Arcadians. I'm only trying to figure out who's needing help with the post content for Dawn Trail. What up, Double? Then I gotta help her get through the post Dawn Trail, the first one, and then after that um it's the new. Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna focus on that today because I told her once that new patch drops, me and her are gonna run and do the new content together, so that way she doesn't have to be back and forth and trying to figure things out. And just help her get through it all. What's up, Jinx? So that's just trying to figure that out. Because if anybody else needs to run, I know I got to get up with Rainbow. So he has to do all the content? Man, we're gonna have to get that one taken care of because he's missing so much good content. Did he at least finish the new patches? Okay. So we just got to go back and do like the Omega and Eden's Gate and Sigma. Okay. So it's just all right, so it sounds like it's okay. Yeah, because I was talking with Luna the other night, and she's wanting the axolotl, but the problem is to get the axolotl, it needs to be the uh it's the level 90 raids on Savage. So that's why I'm trying to want to get everybody together to kind of see what we got so we can do those. Oh, he's missing out on so much good stuff. Oh, I know. Trust me that when we do the one for the, what I've come to realize is when we start doing some of those other ones, we're not going to be like, we can do them unsynced, but because of the levels of them, it's not going to be like 1 to 2 minutes like it was, last night for some of that easy stuff. Um, we're still going to have to do mechanics and stuff like that. So, trying to work on that. That one's going to be one at a time, getting through and then identifying exactly what it is we're wanting. Because I'm one where I want to run them all to get the mounts, but I know, like with Luna, she likes the cute stuff, so I gotta so I get to play the looking for the cute stuff for her, showing her, and if she likes it, puts it on the list. And you like the cute stuff as well, so, but because I think what we're gonna try and do, if we can pull it off with the people, I'm gonna set up a Arcadian raid for Friday. Because oh, I know. Trust me. And to be honest, when it comes to the level 90, really the only thing about it with the unsync stuff is we get access to our level 100 abilities. But between 90 and 100, it's not that bad. But yeah, so we'll probably do those unsynced, well, synced, just for the fun of it, because we gotta get used to working with everybody with mechanics and things like that. Because I would love for us to go and do the Arcadian, as a FC. I don't want to pull any randos because sometimes they want to take it over and be drama filled with a lot of stuff, and just kind of want to go and we learn as we go along. And I know that's hard to do nowadays. Yeah. And that's why I'd rather it be just, and to be honest, the way I look at it with you, Griff, uh, Brenner, me, Luna, Rainbow, like with that group, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, we're gonna have some headaches, which is expected. Nobody's gonna get upset about it. We're all gonna talk about it and laugh and figure things out. Like we're not a group that gets mad over that little stuff when we all know we're all trying to learn. So it'll be good times. It's gonna be a learning pain. I mean, look at the Hades fight that we did. Look how many times we wiped on that one and we were trying to figure it out. Nobody got mad or upset, even as an unsynced. We were all just kind of laughing about it and trying to figure it out. Yeah. And the thing about it is if it's like we said, you know, if people are gonna get mad and upset and have those issues like that, then but yet then they want to run the content. The thing is that content gets harder, you know. Or even on the like the Warrior of Light one that we did, where we tried multiple times for the tank LB3, but we didn't have that third piece. So nobody got mad. We were all just like, wait, why isn't this working? And then we're like, oh right, we need that third bar. So, and I think we can come up with some good videos, some good clips, and go from there. You know, I'm gonna try and have some fun when we do that. I want to learn because, yeah, running a dungeon with someone over and over again, you learn how they run dungeons. But when you get into them savage raids, that's a whole different ball game because it's like a whole different lock in. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way because YouTube has all my lives I've done. So, and I spent most of this morning um trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh adjust some things. Um yeah, yeah, I've done a couple of the Savages. I haven't really tested Arcadian Savage too much, so because I'm one where in that one you get those ones that are like you're not doing it right or this or that. So it really changes the dynamic. So and that's why everybody's asking me, well, why don't you redoing with randos? No, I'm not doing it with randos unless like prime example like we've run with them before and we kind of know how they are. But just picking up random players to go run it. I would rather not run the content. Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of somebody made a video, I guess, for their FC or their guild or whatever, and it's a recruitment video. Um, and I guess it goes a long way. I don't know. I mean, I'm one where on here I'm okay with, running with people and helping them out, Like prime example, Razor. Um, they're just starting out as an FC. Um, and he's still kind of in the young content of he is about to finish post Heaven's Ward, and he's always asking me questions, and I'm always answering them, and so I don't mind helping them out. Like if he asked me to come over to Rafflesia and run with him, I would. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Um, I have no issues with that because he comes in, he talks, he's cool people, so that's why I didn't mind um, hooking him up with an item, farming an item real quick for him yesterday, so that way he can sell it because they're trying to get an FC house. So he's doing his best to learn, and I don't know if he's their FC leader or what. Yeah, exactly. But the big thing is when we look at the static, we got to make sure that um, we go in there and we already identify who's who. you know. So obviously, like if we got the tanks and then the healer set, then all we're doing is looking for DPS and maybe one or two alternates um, to go from there. But really, you are you kidding me? Yeah, I know we got the fixed healers and fixed tanks. We also got and when you break down our breakdowns, I think we're only missing to see if everybody was able to be on. I think we have seven. What up, Supra? Oh, thanks for that follow. So, but yeah, that's something that I kind of want to try out this week, maybe Friday night. Um, I want to do the Arcadian series. We can try and do as much as we can before everybody has to get off, um, and go from there. Yeah, I'm actually here shortly. Probably not today, but probably maybe sometime this week. I'm actually gonna scrub the FC list and remove some of the inactive people, um, and then look at them on the Discord, and go from there. Because I know most of the time the active people is usually our core group that's always running, and obviously we picked up some new people as well. Um, so they're active. I just want to make sure we don't neglect them as well. Um, Try and get them in the Discord and then the and then help them get through content. 'Cause that's just like with Luna. She wants to level her. Yeah, yeah, I know. And the thing about it is when it comes to the roulettes, just remember, um, like me and Luna will go. Brenner will always go. So our core crew will always run roulettes together. Yeah, I've talked to her a couple times. I've hit her up, asked her how she's liking her Lancer. She's liking it a lot better than the Gladiator, so we finally got her on there. I just think a lot of them, I think they're afraid, or they might be a little shy to ask. And I know we need to find a way to break that. Um, you know, but I also think that they don't want to inconvenience us because they see us running around on level 100s and being like, "Oh no, I don't want to bother them because I know," and we're not busy. That time we're messing around. Oh, I'm sure y'all will. I am not. Yeah, I'm sure y'all will. Welcome everybody that joined. Please enjoy the stream. If y'all don't know, me and Moon are in the same FC. We're just kind of going over some stuff and talking about some upcoming things we would like to try and do. So, but yeah, I know because Luna's wanting to work a healer, so she's gonna work her scholar, and that'll give her two classes to pretty much level up at the same time. And I told her I was gonna use my warrior for her, um, since it's a lot easier for a warrior to hold their ground than the gunblade. Did I get all these done before the 11 o'clock reset? Man, I've been doing these way too long. Um, she might. I don't know if she'll like the bard. The bard's a lot of back. Oh, I cannot believe I just freaking did that. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Um, it might be something to look at. Um, the dancer she'd probably get really easy since they're more of support than anything else. So that might help her out a little bit easier. Um, but I don't know. It all depends. 'Cause I know that she doesn't mind her black mage, but the one thing that gets to her is yeah, is every time like we're in combat and the mechanics are popping, she loses. She always gets her casts interrupted because she has to move and things like that. So that probably comes with just a little bit understanding where the mechanics are going to fall if even though they don't fall in the same spot all the time. Yeah, yeah, I know. But also at the same time, like, you know, I've seen black mages do outstanding. A lot of that, depends on positioning of where the boss is in the tank, and then if how much they know the fight, whether to stay medium range or far range. Because like prime example when we were doing Shinryu last night, she was trying to find that right little spot, and I was explaining to her the back row is pretty much where she wants to be. And after a little bit, she finally realized why that was so important. You just kind of stay out of the middle. Yeah. I hate to be honest. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna run next. I know I'm doing my Dark Knight, and then I need to do my Gunblade. Um, and then I'm just saving the warrior for her when she starts working on her scholar. and she can already start running some of the stuff. What I would love to do to kind of really help her out is get my mentor status. So that way I can toss her that mentor bonus and really level her up fast. So, Supra, what level of character do you have? I appreciate that like. Let's see what kind of purchase from the Qatari vendors now. Oh, the minion. What up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? What's up, King? What's up, Polly? What's up, Chappie? Welcome everybody to the stream. Hope everybody's having a good old day. Okay. How are you liking Final Fantasy 11? Oh, nice. Do you like that? I take it you like that better than 14? Nice. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, that was they did a lot of revamps with that one. I'm just surprised they still have the servers for it since it's so old. Did you do the well, you said you're level 80 Pally. Yeah, they just added in the Juno series. Well, that's good. That's good they're building on it. Yeah. Um it's part of the they kind of did I don't want to say crossover or a collab because it's a 25-man raid. The first walk, second walk, and third walk of Juno. So I know a lot of the 11 players were so happy that they brought something in here. Yeah, it's if I can find one today, I'll join up with it if you're still in. Because I know it's still on just a weekly clear, and then that's it. Yeah, go right on ahead, man. I appreciate the follow, man. Yeah. Oh my God, game, come on. Really, all because of a capital B thing. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see how the Juno Walk raid series ends. At the end of the month, they're releasing the final portion to it. So can't wait to get in on that one. Those are going to be the easy days to get in because everybody's doing them. And then, well, so I don't know much about uh, Juno because when I saw that, I thought it was something else, just because of Final Fantasy VII. So I was like, are we adding that in? But then I started seeing that everybody's like, no, it's from Final Fantasy 11. So the main area, like after you're done running it or wherever the story's taking place, I think it's just a portion. Ah, okay. Yeah, see when I hear Juno, I think of Final Fantasy 7. And I was like, okay, are we like and that's what I really thought. I didn't know anything about 11 and I ran. I was like, wait. And then that's when I started seeing everybody was excited because of where it came from. Let me see. What do we got going on? See, with tomorrow being the weekly reset, I don't know if anybody's even going to be running that one or not. Or else I would try and jump into one. Oh, nice. No, I'll try and give y'all some good content today. I know I'm in the middle of doing these society quests and then trying to level. Okay. I got you. I got you. Where is this thing at? What do I have? Search for giant mushroom spawn. Should be around here somewhere, right? I know I'm not going crazy. I know this thing's around here somewhere. Stand down. I'm seeing it there. Oh my god, it's all the way right there. Let's see, Horizon stuff. Okay, you understand more. Been a deal, but I think this game is first in chronological order, so 11 happened later in the timeline. Ah, okay. FC is a free company. It's like a guild. So I'm trying to help some of my members out once they get on. Because we got a big patch coming up on the 28th. So I want to make sure they're good to go, and then that way we can run the quest together. Oh no, no worries, no worries. Look, you got any questions? Ask away. I enjoy when I get people coming in and they're watching and they ask questions. I got one guy, he's actually on the same data center as me, and he's always asking me. Oh, appreciate that, Yanni. Um, yeah, I would expect so. I saw some of the graphics for it, and that's why it was kind of a little iffy on me for it. It looked a little too rigid, I think, to me. Um, but like I was saying, Smat, he was asking me how to farm and do things and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, by all means, ask. I will answer the best way I can, and if I can't, then I will find a way to answer them. Yeah, I would expect. Are they? Do they still have issue? Do they do modding? Yeah, no problem, Matt. Um, is it the same as when it comes into this where they're kind of sticklers about it? It can be overwhelming at times, but this is what I tell everybody who's just starting out and that are brand new. Okay, well that's good. That's good. I wish they would kind of do that with 14 on the PC a little bit, but it's very tricky when it comes to plugins and things. Um, it's overwhelming, but take your time. Don't rush to be like you're gonna see me in areas that look so awesome. I'm gonna be in fights that are looking great. Don't try and rush to get to this because you're gonna miss out on a lot of things, and then you'll have to go back and redo a lot of things. Enjoy the areas you're in. Do the quests there. Do, focus on your main story quests. Um, look at more to it than just I've got to hurry up and get to level 100 because I want to do. It's going to take you time, but enjoy the story, watch the cutscenes because there is lore involved with it, explains a lot. It gives different opinions and views and things like that. So really good, clear cut. Just take your time with it all. Just take it in. And if you ever end up in groups and they're like, you're in a cutscene and you're watching it and they're immediately starting the battle, don't get upset. You're gonna see that a lot, and don't skip. All right, do not. It, if you want to like the dungeon cutscenes, I can understand skipping. It just gives you the a little view through the dungeon to kind of hype you up. Um, but like when it comes to viewing quests and things like that, watch them because it's going to give you information. Like I made the mistake on one of my characters. In fact, on this one, oh, thanks for that dolphin, Smat. Um, I skipped cutscenes in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and it threw me off for a while because I didn't understand what a whole lot was going on and things like that. Because I was in a rush to get to the new content so I could be caught up with everyone. I made an alt. I went back through, and the only cutscenes I skipped were the ones that I've already watched. Um, and that's where you really gotta look at it. There are some extremely long cutscenes. Just A Realm Reborn alone is over 60 hours of content. That's content. Um, I think Heaven's Ward got knocked down to about 20, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the other ones they all range anywhere from 20 to 40 hours of pure content. Yeah, and it was such a great story. Oh, I loved Heaven's Ward. And Shadowbringers was good. Endwalker was really good. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy. What server are you on? Yeah. Crystal's not bad. Crystal's not bad. It's one of the older servers out there. Um, I know that much. Primal's still going strong. What's up, Excalibur? Um, yeah, a lot of servers, um, they closed some down and resent them to other ones, I think, from my understanding. Um, but ever since, yeah, they did emerge on servers a while ago, like a long time ago. I haven't heard much of it lately. Um, because I was originally on one server and then I ended and then when I took breaks I came back and then some of the servers were completely different. Um, so it was odd for a while there. Because a lot of that happened when oh, what year was it? It was when WoW started falling off real bad and um they came over to Final Fantasy 14. No, it was after 2013 because I've been playing since 2013. Um, and right when WoW, well, right as WoW was getting horrible, a lot of them came over here, and um, and so it really over congested the servers. Yeah, yeah. So I want to say 2017, 2018, if I had to choose anything, is when that all happened. Yeah. And so and it wasn't a bad term that they used for him, but it explained a lot because for the longest time after WoW's downfall, some of the uh WoW people that came over, they were known as WoW refugees. So when all of them came over, it put a huge damper on on the servers, and so they had to realign and do a whole lot of stuff to be able to compensate for the amount of players that came over from WoW. 2017. Okay, yeah, that was right around the Stormblood era, if I'm not mistaken, or Shadowbringers. No, 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 no. The ones that they mainly refer to, the refugees, are the ones that spent all their time on WoW, and then once Blizzard did whatever they did, they completely stopped playing and created characters for the first time over here on Final Fantasy. What am I trying to make? Culinary knife component. Firecrackers. Keep looking for firecrackers. Oh, I gotta use them. Oh, I gotta craft anything else. Yeah. Well, Samat, I mean, that's the good thing about this game is that's what I was saying. You don't have to rush. Don't feel like, oh, I'm never gonna get it. Play it for the time that you have and enjoy it. Don't try and stress yourself out for something that's not needed. Um, no, you really can't. You got some people out there that will spend hundreds of dollars to be like, I'm gonna buy story skip, and they'll get that story skip and they'll go all the way to 90 where all they got to do is play Dawn Trail. But here's the problem with that: they don't understand their class. They don't know how to play their class. They don't know anything about mechanics. And they're not sure on what they want to do. But then they don't, then they're like, oh, I hate this game. Well, you hate this game because instead of learning how the class is played throughout each time as you level and get your new abilities and things like that, and you run the dungeons, which teaches you all the different mechanics in the game, you jump straight to level 90, and the mechanics there, the Dawn Trail mechanics are very, very unforgiving at first. You know, usually if you fail a mechanic, you just take a little bit extra damage. No, 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 no. No, they made sure that and now you get hit by a mechanic, not only does it take almost half your life, it also gives you an invulnerable stack. So you're going to take 10% more damage on any hit after that. Yeah, yeah. No, it's completely different now. My very first character was a paladin, and I remember flash heal, no AoE damages whatsoever, because all you did was you did your normal combo and then you flashed everybody and then you healed yourself, or you used cross ability actions, bloodbath, and that's all gone. Now it's like um you're very sustainable as a paladin. I don't know, I was running some of my crew through a dungeon, and the mechanics were hard and fast, and they kept dying. So it was just me, and the boss was at like 80 something percent health. And because I knew my rotation and it was good and I knew the mechanics, I ended up taking down a boss multiple times like that. And so now my FC has this thing of they've never I've died plenty of times. I've had my share of deaths in this game. I'm not even saying I'm the best. I think I'm decent, um, based on how much I've played and things like that. But to them, they think that I'm literally like unkillable in a dungeon. And I'm like, no, no. I've just ran it so many times that when you learn the mechanics, it's like second nature. You don't even have to pay attention to anything. And a lot of people are mad about it. The only thing I'm upset about the mechanics is you see the mechanic or you see the area for it, and it's instant. You have no reaction time, and I think they did that to add some difficulty to it, because a lot of people were complaining, oh, everything's too easy, everything's too easy. And then now they do something to make it a little bit more harder, and they're not like, oh, it's way too hard, it's way too hard. I just think it's just the timing, and it's hard to time it all the time, because you got so much going on in a fight. You have to remove some of the graphics, just so that way you can see the mechanic, because you got some areas where the mechanics will show and you can't even see it. Polly, have you played any of the other Final Fantasy games? What are you trying to do here? Search for signs of the nervous Namazu. Yeah, look for this stupid little cat thingy. What up, K2? Oh, there you are. Oh. Yep. No worries. Jump in whenever you get some time. I'm pretty much going to be on all day, just doing dungeon runs and helping people out. So maybe you jump in, you'll see something interesting. Um, it depends. What are you hoping that it might be? Like what got you in it in the first place? Because a level 60 black mage, which tells me you probably already finished the Heaven's Ward content, and was probably you probably left either right during the Stormblood or right before it was released. Because that's going to be the big thing. I mean, they have revamped a lot of things. Good, bad, or indifferent. They have changed up the game a whole lot. It's now the max level is 100. They got a whole bunch of new areas. They added in a whole bunch of new stuff. Bunch of raids. Um, Definitely a lot of content. Um, it. I mean, if you love MMOs, um, what I would recommend is, do you play on PC or console? So every once in a while, I'm not sure when, PlayStation does this like free weekend for Final Fantasy where you can log in. Um, you know, it me personally, as an MMO player, um, I played WoW. I've played Elder Scrolls Online. Um, I've played a lot of them, and this is the one game that I took a break from on multiple times, and every time I came back, I loved it even more. So to me, um, I didn't mind coming back. It was a no-brainer. I would come, like, if I took any more breaks, I would definitely come back. Um, but that's just because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan as well. Um, so there's a little bit more to it for me on that one. But yeah, I mean, personally, if you enjoyed it when you played it, you're probably going to enjoy it more because um, if you got through Heaven's Ward and you loved that one, towards getting the membership though and playing 90%, so I most likely would start playing. So I will say this: if you enjoyed the story um, in Heaven's Ward out of all of them, depending on who you ask, they'll sit there and tell you it's in the out of the main game, and you got Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawntrail. Out of the 5 expansions that they have, Heaven's Ward is like 3 on the list of best stories. Um, Shadowbringers and Endwalker, Beautiful stories, awesome, awesome stories. Um, Heaven's Word, you know, obviously hits you right in the feel sometimes. Um, I think Shadowbringer does that a little bit, but it's definitely, I mean, if you enjoyed it, I'd say go for it, you know. Obviously a lot has changed and things like that. What do you remember what server you were on? Because obviously you would have your level 60 character still. Yeah. Well, either way, you're going to be coming back in. Obviously, you're going to have to. Um, they redid the Black Mage class because it actually went bad for a while, but now they've streamlined it where it's a little bit more easier to use the spells. So that would probably be uh, you getting used to it again. Um, they don't have. I don't know how long ago you started playing. So it's kind of hit or miss. But I know a lot of people stopped playing the Black Mage for the long time because of the spells. Um, but they did add. There are new classes. You got the Viper and the Picto. So painting damage and a dual sword user. Oh, it's extremely easy now. My wife, this was her first MMO that she played, and she likes using magic. She picked up Black Mage, and I was like, that's a very complicated class because of all the pieces to it. But talking with people who main Black Mages, they all said that they streamlined it to make it more player friendly. So that's something you get to look forward to when you're coming back. You don't have to. I don't know if you remember when you're casting your spells and you would have to do the oh, what is it, to switch over um from astral fire to astral ice. You no longer have to do that anymore. And in fact, her rotation is mostly she casts two frost spells and then she's back up to max MP. So they've definitely streamlined it. Made it a lot easier. And if she can pick it up and she's not as good at the MMO, she's like I said, this is her first one. She was able to pick it up and she's doing great with it right now. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I gave you something to look forward to um, for coming back. Um, you know, and especially if you loved it. I hate it when people say they loved it and then they left it because of things that they did, but they ended up fixing a lot of stuff with the Black Mage now. Yeah, and you know All right. I appreciate the follow. Come back. I'll be here all day. Hope you enjoyed everything. Oh, what's up, everybody? How's y'all's day going? What's up, Nodder? Dave? Oh, I'm completed. I'm all caught up. I'm waiting for patch. I just got some FC members that I'm waiting to get on, and then I'm gonna help them finish up and get caught up on their MSQ. But they're some of them finished main Dawn Trail, and they just entered post Dawn Trail, so they got about 30 MSQs left. So I'm just gonna help them out when they get on. Yep. So I'm just trying to work on another class right now, doing some daily stuff until they're able to get on and run. You're caught up on MSQ? Oh, yeah. I'm actually. It's kind of funny. For a while there, we were focusing on that, and then we're gonna. Once we get the items we need, I told them let's stock up on the Mog Tomes, just so that way we can have them just for the fun of it later on. So I think I'm pretty much close to the end of getting the items I want from them, because I was looking at the items and I can literally just grind for them, and a lot of the stuff I actually just started doing the content for, so I'm probably not going to waste Mog Tomes on those. I might get writing maps, I'm not sure yet. I can probably do that with the with the hunters. So I might just use all mine for the maps for the Mog Tomes. What server are you on? Uh-oh. Oh no, we killed the healer. Oh, Famfrit. What up, Sid? Oh, appreciate the follow. What up, Jay? You on Famfrit as well, Jay? I like how I've come across so many people from all these different servers. I don't know who they thought was carrying. I don't think it was me, but okay. Oh, there's that one. Let's get to this one. Yeah, I'm trying to knock these out, and then what's going on the party finder? Anything good? Merchant's Tail Advance, split brass at the end, South Cheese. Nah. Y'all excited about the patch coming out? How is the samurai? I was thinking about actually leveling that one up once I'm done kind of doing what I needed to with certain classes. Oh my god, I forgot I ain't got certain abilities. Ah, okay. Yeah, mine's at I think it's level 50 if I'm not mistaken. So I really haven't dabbled too much with it. Yeah, that's what I hear. I got a friend who he's doing it and he does some insane damage. I'm just trying to level classes together so that way I minimize how much space is taken up in my armory chest. What's your what do you main? Is it your samurai or there we go. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Lee? Yeah, that's the one class I don't have up to where my paladin is a healer. I haven't really found a reason to do my healer yet. So I got my paladin at 100, and then I leveled Viper and Ninja. Yeah, the it's funny because for a while there I was mad at the Viper because I just felt like I wasn't putting out DPS like I thought it should be. And a lot of people originally, the people who talked to me about it, they uh they were saying that like it puts out a lot of DPS, but then as the patches were coming out and they were nerfing them more and more, I started looking at that and being like, okay, what is going on? Like in a trial, I'm like fourth on the DPS list, and I'm like, how is this even possible? And so I had to do a little bit more digging, and I finally figured it out. And now that I have it figured out, um, I'm consistently out DPSing a Picto. So I feel pretty good about it as far as all that goes. But um, I've seen Pictos put out some insane damage, and I can out DPS them. But for the most part, I'm consistently now two or three um, for DPS output. Yeah, it was definitely a class that um, I felt over time wasn't getting its fair share of kind of respect out there. I just started not seeing a whole lot of players play them, and then as I was going through and I was realizing exactly the rotation for it, I was like, I don't understand why people were having such problems with it. And then just like when it came to Sage healers, like sometimes they just don't know how to play the class. Even though they're like, well, it's 100, okay, but you don't understand the class itself. And then I got that ninja, man. That ninja is, dear God, that ninja is brutal. I can't believe people sleep on the ninja like that. Really? What? Why? Why were you? Why do you think you struggled with it? Yeah. So majority the way the ninja is, you have to do the ninjutsu, and um, easiest way is you do the oh, which one was it? The water spout up ninjutsu, which allows you to do the trick attack. Um, and then you rotate in your normal ones, and then as soon as you do that final single combo is when you'll do your next attack, and make sure you pop your frog. And I mean it's just insane. But the one downside to them is you have to ramp it up to there, and then they get that burst. So it's like a every 2 minute burst, I think's what it is, and that's the way the Viper's done as well. Yeah, I'm kind of upset. I actually started out as a bard. Healer, healer. Um, and I enjoyed the songs where it just drains your MP down and then you switch them up. I was okay with that. Now it's like you got to hit the note just right, and I don't know. I got to go back and relook at it. Because I'm not gonna lie, the Bard has some really good looking weapons, and I know they can do some damage, but I also know that they're in the class with the dancer for the most part. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I probably will. Like I said, I'm trying to work the groups together. Um, so when I do bard, then I'll be getting into the machinist and dancer. So the dancer is gonna be an interesting one, just because they don't do a whole lot of damage because they're supposed to be buffing everybody. So I'm not sure how that one's gonna play out. What up, Zadrian? Not much, man. Just trying to level this up while I'm waiting for people to get on. All right, 82. Let's do this. Ah, how are the materia prices over on Femfrit? Are they high? Okay. Because I'm trying to pentameld my crafting gear, but when one of the items I need is on the server I'm on, it's like, yeah, I started left side on it, and um the let me see. Oh, it wasn't that one. The Craftsman competence materia. Oh man, that's just as bad as over here. Let me see if they dropped in price. All right, so competence is going 12K for one. Man, cunning's not too bad. And then the command, uh, still kind of high. Yeah, I just need to find a way to. I mean, honestly, I have a way to get those quick, but um, it's just me spending an entire day leveling up all my crafters over in Oasis. So I was already in the process of doing that. I might continue doing that here, probably over this week, more than likely. Well, I wouldn't like. No, 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 no. So, Oasis, on the moon. Um, you just do the quest there, and then I want to say, the material is only like 2,000 Cosmo credits, I think. So if you spend a day up there leveling everything and then focusing on that, you max out at 30K. Yeah. Yeah, the good thing about cosmic exploration is you don't even need to have materials in your inventory. They just tell you to craft it and you have the items already there. So it makes it way easier, and then that's where a lot of people go because um from 0 to 90, you can go to 0 to 90 or 10 to 90, I'm sorry. At 10 cuz when you can go there. 10 to 90, um uh you can get that in about 2.5 hours, and then I think it's like another like 45 minutes, give or take, um, to finish it up the rest of the way. You know what? It's funny because I understand where the burnout comes from, and that's why I try and change up what I do. The only thing that I keep the same is doing the roulettes and stuff like that. Um, but I I'm actually on a relic, um, that's actually requiring me to get rank 10 in Boja. So I got to go back and figure that out. But I think what I'm going to do is get my FC to kind of go into Boja with me, and we do it as like a FC activity. Come on, Chimera. Yeah, well, um, I mean, worst case scenario is you just work on your relic tool. I don't know how good they are, but um, it always opens up different things. Ooh. But I also know that yeah, so you got now the cosmic one, and you get it at level 10, and I like the way they did it because prime example, right? If you're just starting out and you're trying to get into crafting, you don't want to go back through and do grinding from Ul'dah, Gridania, or Limsa, wherever, and work your way up. You can go there, and it's broken down by levels. So like you got missions you can do at level 10, and then at level 30, and then at 50, and then at 90, and then at 100. Um, and as you complete the missions, like if you complete it as the Weaver, you'll get credit for research, and then after you reach a certain threshold, you go and turn that in, and it upgrades the item automatically. So basically, all you're really doing, if you're already focusing on a class there, just you doing those quests, you'll automatically get it to, I think, 4, because that's where most of mine are right now, is at a 4. And that's at like level 60, I think. So, and it goes up by like 10 levels every time you level it up. So, um, but I don't know what the item level is compared to the crested gear, or the gold thumb, I'm sorry. Um, so it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. They kind of made it more streamlined for people to be able to craft because obviously, with markets being so messed up because of data transfers and or yeah, the data visitors and congested servers, um the markets are really really exorbitant right now. And so that's basically what it is the markets aren't that much more profitable unless it's like certain things. No. I received a couple items. I did when South Hill first came out, I was out there all the time farming and doing that stuff, but um after a while, like everything else, it just kind of died down. I haven't been able to do any of the bunny stuff out there. Um is there like a certain rare item you're talking about? What up, Josh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've gotten those before. Nada. Just leveling up a Dark Knight. Yeah, I actually received the I got the vertical from there, but then I got the horizontal from the Brax maps, believe it or not. Yeah, no, honestly, I main like I said, I've only gotten one out of the maps. I've gotten like one or two from South Hill from the treasure chests. Because you know the locations of the treasure chests over there, right? Yeah, on South Hill. There's six. I'll tell you what. Let me get out of. Once I get done with this one, I'll go to South Hill and I'll show you the locations of the treasure chests, and that's where I've pulled them from. Now I'm not sure if they're gonna be there or not. Oh, Phantom Village, the new field op that came out with Dawn Trail. Oh, okay. So what I'll do, let me once I get done with this, I'll run over there real quick and I'll show you the locations of the treasure chests because every so often I'll go over there and see if they're there since it's pretty much dead now. So I'm not sure how the spawns are working. All right. Yeah, once I get out of this one, I'll head over there and show you. Because that's also the quest over there. You also do the relic weapons, the phantom ones. Yeah, I have. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know they're there because I see people doing it, but I don't know how it works. And it's something they brought in, I think, from either Boja or Eureka. And what you do is you have to follow them, and then it leads you to a chest. But I've never really come across them. Is this other tank actually gonna tank anything or what? Jesus Christ. I wish you luck, man. But one of the things I told my FC was if, because I'm pretty much the highest crafter, I told them I don't mind doing the crafting for them when they want something, but in return, I need all their blue materia. Oh yeah, it's definitely a perfect arrangement. Especially since all my stuff's almost at 100. Hate when people do that. Another pastel color. All right. Uh, it's slowly coming along. Trying to get everybody caught up so we can run it. All right. Let's see if they're going to be nice to me today. Oh, good luck on that one. It's easy, but it's still kind of complicated. All right. So, here we go. There we go. So what you want to do is come over here to the water. And then there's a couple of them actually over here. Level 2 samurai. Oh, that's right. I haven't really worked on this one this much. So back at this corner back here, if there was one, it'd be over here. It'd be over in this general area. There'd be one. Sometimes here, there would probably be one. No, they're chasing me now. So I was hoping not happen. Yes. They're the world treasures. What up, Lena? And then back here is usually the last one. It's usually like right here where I'm at. They'll be right here. But sometimes they spawn a lot of it from when I was originally doing this. They're saying that a lot of it depended on the server. If there's like a lot of people, if the server was very active, then they would show a lot more. But if it's not as active, then it's less chance for them to pop. Up here is a usually one up against that back wall. There's usually one here. But I'm not sure how prominent this is, because like I said, when it first came out, everybody was here farming, trying to start their Dontrell relic weapon quest and all that stuff, but it after about 2 weeks it just stopped being important. So it was really all right, guys, leave me alone. Don't fight me. Let's see, we got the one up here. Nope. There's usually one up here. I'm not seeing it. It'll be like in front of one of the pillars. No, it's actually not, because 7.5 is releasing North Hill, which is the next stage. So this will pretty much just go completely dead. But I got a feeling that yeah, I got a feeling that the one they put out for 7.5, something tells me it's going to be tied to the relic weapon again, and it's going to be annoying because here it is. it'll be just annoying because it'll probably be something stupidly you got to farm a bunch of times and it's going to burn people out. Yeah, so I'll tell you right now, when North Hill pops, depending on what it looks like, and see back here, this would be where the next treasure chest is. Um, North Hill's gonna add something, but my big concern on it is it's gonna be so saturated and the chests are gonna go out there that at first you're gonna see the items going up for 30, 40, 50 million. And then after about 3 days, oh, see we got a treasure coffer right here. This was just a regular, the ones that I was showing you, those locations, those where the silver chests are. Oh, it'll be extremely busy. Um, and that's where the bad thing comes in at because of the fact that uh the market's gonna get so oversaturated. Like when I picked up on the first day, I ended up getting the two pedal this mount whistle. I got two of them when I was farming those chests, and went to go sell them. They're selling for about one to 2 mil. So I was like, okay, I'll make some money off of it. I went back the next day and looked, and it dropped all the way down to 70,000 because it was a common drop. So it's heartbreaking because it's like it's new content, but at the same time you're just like, all right, I can make something, and then you realize you can't make nothing off of it. Yeah, and like I said, even if you're first, the thing is everybody's going to be there. So technically, the people who put it up there immediately, it's not going to sell because it's going to be so high that um that's just how it's going to be. Another treasure coffer. Um, so I'm not really sure how it's going to play out. I might just hold on to them after a while and just wait because after a while the market will kind of level itself out and you'll be able to see what it's worth. Yeah, and none of the chests have popped. So it's just hard to really judge it. Um, because that's just like right here. Let's see. No, that was this one. Yeah, see these items right here, they're still going for quite a bit. Uh, looks like chest piece is going for 200K. So it all depends, but they're so easy to farm. Yeah, well, you got more money than me. No, but oh, I am as well. Um, I don't really like purchasing a whole lot of things. I like to more of like find out where I can get it and try to farm it, just so that way I can see if it's worth it. Um, but there's some things like the Yon mount out of their gargantuan skins maps. It's a very low drop rate, so obviously that one's always going to sell for, you know, 20 mil, sometimes 50 mil, depending on what's going on, because it's such a low drop chance. Um, my biggest problem is I've done a full clear on a gargantua skin, and I only got 50K for completing it. And I don't know, like I don't know if there's different um, amounts depending on how it ends for you. I don't know because I've only cleared it once. But when I cleared it that one time, I was like, "You mean I wasted all my time going through this mess for 50K when I can do a Brax map, which is running about 5 to 7K a map, and get a chance at 200K throughout that whole thing?" Like, the numbers didn't add up right. So I was like, "I'm not a fan of the gargantuan skins. I'd rather just farm Brax maps because I'm gonna get a higher value out of them." Let's see. Let's see what a Jan's going for. 14 mil for the Jan. When Yeah, I try to make it if we don't have anything going on. I usually made it a weekly event where we'd spend like I know a lot of FCs out there. They'll do like, "Hey, we're gonna block off from like 5 o'clock until like 7 o'clock for maps," and I'm like, "Okay." And then you have 8 people with 3 maps each. That's 20 maps. That's easily 4 hours of running right there. And it I'm one where if we're still running hot, let's continue running. If we get cold, ooh, I mean that's a big FC. I give y'all props for having that. Unfortunately, like for me, I only got 37, and out of that 37, like right now I'm on, but here in a couple hours, we'll have me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anywhere we range anywhere from like 4 to 8 members on at any given time. And so we're always like trying to help each other out. We're always trying to farm mounts or doing this. Like we always keep ourselves busy and just going out and having fun. And then we do have some startup people that we're bringing into the fold, and they're getting at those levels where we can start running stuff. Yeah, it's hard to find people like that in between expansions. Like, watch, you say this now, but at the end of the month, your FC is probably going to skyrocket up because of you got Shinryu's Ultimate coming up. You got the new 4-man dungeon. You got some new trials coming up. The new content plus there's a what was it? There's like this big raid that's coming up, and nobody. I'll if you've watched the trailer for it, all at the very end of it, originally on the live letter, it was just a scrambled TV screen. Now you saw Kefka's face. So now it's like, okay, is that going to be a huge raid like Cloud of Darkness, or some of the like Uwu or Epic of Alexander? Is it going to be one of those, or is it going to be a whole new raid one? Yeah, so huge, large amounts of content, and that'll get them going. And then um, it releases this month, and then um, so you got all that coming out, and then obviously the relic weapon. You got the housing stuff going on. You got they're revamping a lot of quality of life stuff. So that comes out in April. I think they're doing another patch in June. Yeah, in June they got a patch coming out to add on. I think there's another one in either July or August. and then the final piece of 7.5 gets released in September. Um, and that's going to be it for Dawn Trail itself, from my understanding. Um, but I also know that they've also announced that at the Fan Fest this week, um, they're going to be talking about the expansion. So when they start talking about that expansion, they're going to start ending things down. Um, so I'm waiting to see how they're going to go with it, because they're on a very shaky border right now because Dawn Trail was not well received. And unless they turn it around, and a lot of people are understanding because it's the new foundation to a new story. We got it. But you can't really hope to have it flop right at the beginning when when it's released, because it doesn't sit well with people, puts a bad taste, and then when they start releasing content, that content won't be well received. So they got to really look at all that stuff, and hopefully, um, from what I've played and on the MSQ stuff, I like the route that they're going, and I want to see where they go with it. Um, you know, and then don't forget they got that the new the limited classes coming out as well for the patch. Yeah, so this one is actually it's the Beastmaster class, and a lot of people aren't liking what they got going on with it, but a lot of people are interested in it. And the biggest turn down to it is you could only get it to level 50, which tells me that any job or any creature within ARR. Hey, how's it going, everybody that's joining up? Um, in ARR can be tamed. But it's funny because I'm like, okay, if every creature can be tamed, does that mean the King Behemoth and Labyrinth of the Ancients can be tamed? It's a boss. Because I can already tell you right now, dungeon creatures will be like the number one thing that they go after. So I'm waiting to see how it's gonna. No, exactly. And in one of the screenshots, it actually shows. Uh, in fact, I actually posted it up to my guys one time. Give me. Let me pull this up real quick. Hopefully nothing pops off. Because I watched the live letter, and I ended up taking screenshots from it. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, it is that one. Let's see if I can pull this image up. So as you can see right here, they're obviously in a level 50 dungeon, but they have a behemoth. So I'm trying to see, yeah, and they literally said every creature can be tamed. So I'm waiting to see how that one's going to play out, because is it the behemoth from um uh Labyrinth, or the Fate, because there's no other behemoth out there. Those are the only two. So it's going to be interesting, and that's what I want to know. Because if I can run around with behemoth, hey, I'm golden. Well, I don't think yeah, that would be what they would do to us. Um, so it's just going to be interesting because of the fact that with every creature being able to be tamed, I'm kind of interested to see the combinations people come out with, because it's going to be considered a melee DPS. Um, so it's going to be interesting, but you're going to come up with some insane combinations with uh with the creatures and then the abilities, because you can have what they say, three, you can have up to three of them equipped. Yeah, and it's weird because you got to, the way you do it, it's literally you beat them down to a certain point and then you try to tame them. So it reminds me a lot of the hunter out of World of Warcraft, because that seems to be like the only way you can really do anything is to weaken them and bring them to your side. So understandable, but trying to tell that to a raid of 25 people and only one can get it, and if it's a limited job class, then how does it fit? Like I'm still wondering how it all fits together. So, oh, I know. I and you know what though? It's funny because me and another guy, we were talking about it, and we already identified the glams, and we already know like kind of some of the creatures we want to go after. So as soon as it hits, we're jumping on it along with everybody else in the game. That's gonna be the first thing they all do is go try and knock that out. And if they're not doing that, then they're going to North Hill. Welcome, welcome. So it's just a matter of wait and see, and I'm wanting to see how that one's gonna play out. Yeah, I have this one, and then I also have Purple app and YouTube going right now. The big thing I'm trying to do is just kind of get a community together that enjoys talking about the games, and yeah, I try to, you know. Um, I know this. A lot of people are like, "Well, it's Final Fantasy. It's not that." You're right. It's not going to be like your Call of Duties and your Fortnite, and I don't want it to be. Um, I like playing the games. I like talking about the different games, all the different Final Fantasy, different ones, learning about ones I haven't played, like i.e., Final Fantasy 11, um, and just finding a good core group of people that enjoy talking about it and watching it and helping each other out, with things. That's kind of my big thing. I've got a lot of people. I got a couple of them. Two of them actually started watching, and they actually got into the game by watching me. And as I was talking with them, and they're actually in my FC now. There's another one that watches me all the time, and they're on the same data center, just a different server. I've helped them out. I've had somebody come from another server and run stuff with me. It's just meeting good people, having good conversations, and everybody having a good time. Um, that's kind of what I'm trying to go for, and I feel like I'm making some headway with it. Um, a little bit easier to get it going on TikTok than the other two. Um, I'm still kind of working on the Purple app and the YouTube piece as well. I'm looking into some more of that stuff to where it looks really good and nice and everybody can enjoy it. Oh dear Lord, I'm still looking for a match. That's crazy for MSQ. Oh, honestly, to be honest, I get more views on TikTok than anything else, and I haven't cracked the code for the Purple app yet. And I'm trying to learn, and I'm going through, and I'm watching different streamers. I'm following them on the Purple app, and I'm trying to get a good idea and things like that. So I'm trying to be more interactive within the community, because I was watching one yesterday, and she was getting off, so I jumped to another one. Well, I was watching him and interacting with him, and she decided to bring all her follower or all the viewers for her, and she rated him. And and so that's what I kind of like to see, because everybody's having good conversations and good talks and things like that. And that's kind of, I enjoyed that. I just need to make sure, like, when it's up there, it's done right and it doesn't look so bland and plain and things like that. um I actually only been I've been streaming on TikTok for a little over a week now. I think today is day 8 of me streaming on TikTok. And when I first started, I had 3 followers, and now I'm up to 64. So about every 1 to 2 days, I'll get like 3 or 4 new people in here. Follow me. Like follow me on the as a creator, follow the stream, and then after a while, they continue to come back, and I'm bringing up things for them. I've got a fan club up where, um, as they subscribe to it and stuff like that, they get, I'm putting different emotes. So I'm building it up, and each day that I do this, I go back and I look at it and I go, okay, how can I make it better? And right now, and that's what I got to do with the Purple app, is go through and look at it and make sure it's like, okay, how can I make this look better? How can I give them something to come back to and have fun? How can I make it, very interactive? Because at times I got there's only so much you can go on about, but if I can keep everybody engaged, it makes it for better, and it makes them want to bring people in, you know. And that's why, like, after a while, I'll remind people, like, they can share the stream, and that's how I get a lot of it is people will share the stream and they'll come in, say hi, like the stream, and I'm okay with them liking the stream and heading out. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't bother me. Um, you know, I know what I'm trying to do, and I got it. Some people aren't about that, and I know this game is a MMOs in general are hard to create content for. Luckily for me, I don't know if you were in here earlier when Mooney Sims was in here. She's actually one of my FC members, and she does really good videos. Um, so I have her as one of my moderators, and um, so she gets highlights and things like that from my streams, and she tries to create good videos that could actually bring people in. So she's helping out as well, and I'm grateful for that, because that's the one thing I know is hard to do, is get the content and make something and then be able to post it while also continuing to provide, good content for people. Oh, come on, Ultima. Hurry up and do your thing. It's funny because yesterday, oh no, Saturday or Friday, um, first one I did for MSQ before it reset, it was Praetorium. And then that afternoon I tried it again and it was Praetorium. Um, so I was like, man, come on. But every once in a while I'll get Castrum. This is only the third time I've got Ultima though. You know what? I usually get I only get like one or two cutter cries. I get a lot of Praetorium, and then I get Amdapor Keep is a huge one I get a lot as well. And that one actually bugs me because uh, people don't know the doors. They don't understand the door mechanic. So that one can get aggravating after a little bit. So basically, when he summons the doors, if you look at the top of the door, there's an icon or there's an emblem on the door. Yeah, but see, I have the same problem with the memory. So what I do is I at least try to mark one a set of doors. So like I'll look for like the green dragon and I'll mark that as one, and I'll find the other one and I'll mark that as two. And that notifies everybody like, okay, that's one, that's two. Now the rest of them I couldn't tell you because usually I'm tanking and it's hard for me to really focus on that. I've had some people, and from my understanding, the way they explained it was, if you're looking at it, and let's say it's the butterfly, directly across from it is going to be the other door. That's usually how it is 9 times out of 10. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I've seen it plenty of times where they were right next to each other. So it's kind of a hit or miss thing. I just kind of, because I know you're gonna get at least, I know you're guaranteed one door, but if the DPS is good enough, then you'll be all right for that second door, for not getting it. Yeah. Yeah, because that's definitely the key to all of that is you opening one door, and then right when he starts to cast it, once he's halfway through, you open the second door, and that usually protects everybody. All right, and the long cutscene.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Law Freya, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
What up?
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
What up, everybody?
Such
All right,
devastation
let's
is
do
was
this.
not my intention.
Oh, Hydaelyn, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
What's up? Come on, let's go. Oh, there we go.
What up, Lizette? I might try some triple triad after this. Just to see how that is. Any of y'all played triple triad on here before? What's up, Grubio? Yeah, I do the same. I don't play the game, I just collect all the cards. There we go. Now the question is actually I need to go. I'm gonna check this place out real quick. Oh, 136. I didn't even realize I had that much. I'm on Dynamis. Yeah, that's not happening. See, where can I get this one at? Sky Builders. Okay. This one's probably also Sky Builders, isn't it? Sky Builders. And that one, okay, so those are Sky Builders, which I'm about to probably get ready to start doing. Do I want to spend 50 on the Parasol? Do I want to spend... How much of the maps? They're 15. Oh boy. Sure, why not? Okay, I got that one, that one. Yeah. Yeah, it fell into that oh, whatchamacallit? The new server style stuff. Yep, that's how it is. This is what we deal with. What's up, Hallie? Yeah, so they're trying to populate Dynamis because of it's considered a low pop. So anybody brand new joining in will get that increased preferred up to whatever it is, that increased XP. So they get them up to Dawntrail faster, and then like once you hit 30, you get like 1,000,000 gil. Like it comes with all the shenanigans. And if you have a, I don't know if you get if you get that same buff when if you're like on a different server and you create one on here. I don't know. But our market over here is so screwed up. So what do you main, Hallie, on Final Fantasy? Dancer? How do you like the Dancer? Is it an okay class? Retired samurai. That's the first I've ever heard somebody say they retired a class. Was it stuff you didn't agree with, or did it just kind of turned you away from it? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You get so used to doing your normal rotation so you can focus on other things that they change it all up and it really throws everything out of whack and it feels off. Yeah. To be honest, it's preferred. It's been like this for, ooh, man, how long? Like about a year and a half now. Like it's crazy that it's been preferred for so long, but um, that's just the way it's set up. Yep. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't even know until who was it? Somebody was making a character to come join a while back, and they said that it's like, hey, this is a preferred one. And I was like, what? I didn't even know until then. Give me a second. Yep, this is always this fastest way to level up crafters. All right. We'll come back when you get a chance. Oh, appreciate that. Yep, this is now the new way. Minus the whole, you could still do the leaves if you want, but this is the broke person's way because you ain't got to buy no resources and you ain't got to spend a ton of money. And just like that 1.9 million, and I get some change. So this right here, this Cosmo credit, this is what I was talking about. You can purchase stuff. So like right here, materials and materia. There you go. $900 for one competence materia 12. Yeah. And the other thing I was talking about, like, so right here, cosmic research. Once I get this to 500, I can then upgrade it. And it starts out at level 10 and it goes all the way up to 100. And this is to be honest, this is the slowest part. Appreciate the follow. This is the slowest part of it all is the 90 to 100. Um, just because you got to keep doing this over and over again. All right. Yeah. So usually I'll post up on a story of kind of like what I got going on. Usually around the weekend times, sometimes Thursday, sometimes Friday. Or if I'm off on Saturdays from working, I'll run some maps on Saturdays, but definitely I'll post it up and then I'll shoot you a message if I'm going to be doing some maps. Yeah. Yeah, all you do is once you get into your login screen and you got your character, just travel to a different data center and then choose Dynamis and we're on Seraph. No, they will. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate everybody who came in today and liked the stream or followed. I appreciate it. It means so much. I hope I can be able to provide more content as time goes on, but I think I will call it here for now. And I appreciate everything y'all do. Hope to see y'all again.
The time has come. The time has come for the world to
you